Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel, and if you give us 10 minutes, Spencer and I will show you around this lovely little Fiat 500. This is so not our thing, but every now and again you get a part exchange in and everybody is in complete agreement that we should keep it for retail. We get asked quite regular for little cars like this, but more often than not they're just never quite in as good a condition as what we need them to be classed as retail. Doesn't mean they're a bad car, just sometimes it can just be a wee bit edgy because these little cars can sometimes lead quite a challenging life, shall we say. Spencer's grinning behind the camera there. But you know what I mean though, they get left in car parks.
Yeah.
No one cares about them, they don't get washed, you know, they don't get serviced, all that kind of stuff. And then when you try to sell them at the other end, it's usually for a first car or for the daughter or for the girlfriend or for the wife, and everyone's got expectations that are so far away from what these wee cars usually are at this price range, then it's just not worth the while. However, this little car has met pretty much every single expectation we have of a retail car. Annual servicing from new up until our service that we've done before we were getting ready for sale. Just 29,000 miles, 2 hours,
Yep.
2 keys, little tiny bit of wear just on the seam on the steering wheel. Apart from that, it's gorgeous.
Yep.
Sorry Spencer, what were you going to say?
Yeah, just a nice car and it's a lounge. So.
Well, I was just about to say, so you got a pop and you got a lounge. The pop is the complete Billy Basic. This is a lounge. I don't know if a lounge comes standard with a sunroof because it does.
Does there ain't no the option this has is the rear sensors?
Well, I was going to say it won't take us too long to cover the spec because it's, you know, it's a little hatchback, but it's got a really funky interior. It's got a sunroof, it's got a set of alloys, and as Spencer just mentioned there, it's got rear parking sensors, which is pretty comical because
You can touch your back window.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So anyway, guys, without further ado, let us take you around this lovely little Fiat 500 and we'll see if it's something that you might be interested in. Over the course of the video, we'll show you all the panels, the interior. If there's any marks that we don't think are clear on the camera, we'll highlight them, because at the end of the day, if you're going to be put off a car, then you're better off finding out now, because there's a little stone chip or whatever that would put you off had you been here in person, because there's no point in spending an hour or two in the car to come and see it when you could hopefully avoid any wasted time by watching this short video. The video is also sponsored by WeWon'tBuyAnyCar.com, and if you've got anything like you see in the background, unfortunately not Fiat 500s, it's not our niche, but if you see anything in the background that's similar to what you have, we would love to hear from you, and it is WeWon'tBuyAnyCar.com, but we might buy your car and for a great price, and the link will be just up here. So, Spencer, bring her in. So we've got some pretty good lighting in the garage. This will be the most critical light you see the car under, and as you can see, there is like the 1 or 2 little tiny chips that have been touched in prior to arriving with us, and other than that, that is pretty much it. Another couple just here, Spencer. See whoever done the touch-ins, we should give them a job. How well have they been?
I know.
It's just sometimes you get big blobs of paint in the base, well, not bothering, but they've been very, very neatly done. Just here as well. Yeah, just there.
That's all that I can see.
Light lenses are spotless clean, not all faded and cloudy. Got a little marks just on the front passenger wheel here and here. I'm pretty sure there'll be more to come over the course of its life. And we've got, I think that is a Falcon tyre on the front passenger side. Plenty of tread, tiny little bit of feather on an outer edge, but lots of tread on for the remaining section of the tyre. Looking down the length of the passenger side, there is a parking dent just here, which Willie is going to be visiting this week to pop it out. You can just see it, there's a little crease just here. And other than that, passenger side's all good. No damage in the back wheel. Got another Falcon tyre, tons of tread. And if we have a little peek in through the passenger door, I mean, look at, I know this is a real motor trade cliche, but I would say that passenger seat looks like it's hardly been sat in. The cushions and everything are all super plump. No discoloration on any of the fabric. Carpets and everything are all good. And that's a body colour, isn't it?
Yes. And these were always funky at first, but then it was cream with a cream steering wheel. And
yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not going to be a particularly forgiving interior colour, but that also indicates that it's had a very, very careful owner, because if it had, like, you know, your Starbucks spilled on it, Niamh, daughter, if she ever watches these, she probably doesn't, or like makeup and things like that, that's going to go straight onto the trim. So this is all lovely and clean. It's obviously been very well cared for. The world's smallest parcel shelf.
Yep, which is pretty much insignificant, but it is there.
It's like a letterbox. I mean, they could probably have gotten away with not giving it one, no one would have cared.
I know.
So all nice and clean and tidy in there. Parking sensors, as you mentioned. A little chrome bezel down along the bottom, just to get that wee nice bit of flair.
Flair?
Class, whatever you want to call it.
Italian class.
Italian flair, yeah. Wheel on the back, past the back driver's side, free any damage. This is a budget. This is an Arrow Speed tyre, which was not fitted by us. It was fitted by the previous owner. And looking down the length of the driver's side, there's no pattern dents on this side. It's just that one over there. And we've got another Falcon on here. So 3 Falcons, any budget.
You can tell if one of these is a really clean one, and then the fuel cap. That's how you know if it's a really clean one, or how clean it is in there.
Aye, but like
Usually aye.
Rust?
Aye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No rust, happy to report.
Believe it or not, they rust.
Even on a 19 plate? Yeah. Well, that's true. Come on, Spencer, we're trying to sell this thing here now. This is a rust-free example. So as I mentioned earlier, there's a little bit weird just on the steering wheel here, which is quite surprising given the rest of the interior is as mint as it is. No wear on any of the door cards or the outside of the bolster. Would you like to hear it running?
Oh, we need to.
We need to.
Cold start.
Cold start. Cold start. This is the 1.2 fire engine. All the horses.
It's cold, mine. It's cold.
It's cold, yeah. No, don't rev it too much. And let's have a little look at what's making that small amount of noise.
It's actually really quite engine.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, Spence, this is the 1.2 fire engine, which has been in production by Fiat for decades, and it's super reliable because there's actually not that many moving parts in it by comparison to a normal internal combustion engine, and this is all air filter, and the little engine is buried in there somewhere.
Just see it's like a
Right, but all the rest of the engine bay, all lovely and clean, even under the bonnet here. So there we are, guys. Brings us to the end of our little Fiat 500 sales video. If we can help at all, we would love to hear from you, and you can get in touch at the garage on 01236 779 or jimmyglen.com. There'll also be a link to the website in the description below. And as you are looking at a Fiat 500, what video review could I link to this? The Igo.
Yes, Igo. Forgot about that Igo.
Yeah, test drove an Igo a couple of years back. I'll fire that up here. Nobody will watch it. If you do, let me know what you think of it. And as always, please consider subscribing. That way you'll not miss any more stock updates. And you can do it by clicking the James Glen logo just further down there. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.